A few days ago, I had an interesting conversation with a friend of mine. We were talking about PvP, and for some reason the topic of level 90s got brought up. And they said they like level 90 because it's the first level you get 50 skills at. And they were saying that they've 50'd Pummel on their PvP warrior. And I was like, that's a horrible idea. Well, it's true, because you gotta use all those gear slots, and you probably don't have the energy for it at level 90. It would work for something like a mage using level 50 ice shards, because ice shards are a lot stronger and you got lore, but Pummel? Not really, especially because you got obsidian. And you know why obsidian is good? Well, let's take a look at something. See, with a level 1 Giant Swing, I do 1163 damage, because the damage from my weapon carries over. If you look at Pummel, 64. So why would you use it? Well, they said they got 3k damage out of it, and, well, that's a lot. The obsidian is gonna hit a lot too. So, I kind of doubted that number first, honestly. But then I thought about something. Look at Giant Swing, right? If I put in 1 point, it'll go from 63 to 75. That's 12. But if I go to Pummel, it goes from 64 to 84. That's a 20-point jump. So it's already like, what? And, well, a good amount better. I'm not going to try and crunch the numbers here. But at low levels, this ain't going to matter because Obsidian just absolutely destroys it. But at level 50, you have enough points in it that it will overcome the Obsidian. But due to all the problems I mentioned before, it's not really worth it. So I still think it's a horrible idea, but I thought about something else. When you're level 90 and you want a 50th skill, you need at least 5 slots to do it. 4 grand silver web rings and a silver web charm, which is hard to do but possible. But as a level 100, all you have to do is get 3 things. You can get a plus 10 Aggie ring, a plus 9 Aggie ring, and you can get a grand silver web charm at 49 it. Which, for me, what would that do? Well, it would probably use about 500, maybe 250 health here, depending on what charm I use. And like 450 health for this ring. I could always swap this ring slot so it doesn't matter. I don't use anything health based there. But I guess you could say that I lose 75 strength on that ring. But in the grand scheme of things, how much is, like, I don't know, a few hundred health? Now that 3 damage number, it is possible, just kind of improbable, but the formula does work out for Stone's strength. I'm guessing my friend's numbers are from a full strength build. We're not doing that. But we can get slightly under 3,000 with a Pummel. Which reminds me of something. Look, you know how the Willed Ami is the single greatest Ami for PvP ever, with its 2k instant damage and good stats? Well, we're mainly using it for this skill attack, not so much the other stats. And that only does 2,000 damage. And it's instant cast like Pummel, but it has a way longer cooldown. So think of how OP it would be to have 2 Pummels, or maybe even use a different Ami. I think I'm still keeping the Sun Ami though. But Pummel cools down insanely fast, and I mean insanely fast. And I'll give you a little demonstration on that. Guess we could hit one of these real quick. Throw that on. Yeah. It's quicker than most warrior skills. If we use something like, I don't know, Giant Swing, you can see that it's much slower. Much slower. The only real fast skills are Pummel and Skewer. Everything else is like 15 seconds or so. But if I did go the Pummel route, what skill would I replace? Well, you know me and my weird builds, I like to ignore Rupture. Let me give you another little demo real quick. So if I boost my damage to the max, right? By putting all my buffs on, you can see that my Rupture only hits 2500 initially. So a level 50 Pummel will be more than that. How can that be possible? Because I have a auto damage of over 1800. Well, apparently it is. So, if I can get Pummel, I'll definitely do it. It charges about 1.5 times faster than Rupture, and it does more damage, and it's instant cast. Well, Rupture is a super slow casting skill. I think Pummel will be better, even if I miss out on the unresistible damage. Because most of the people I fight are high levels anyway, and I rarely get time for that to take effect. So that'd be a great move. The only problem I see is actually finding those Aggie Pummel rings. And I still need Aggie Stance rings too. So, it's not something I'm in a rush to do, but I'm definitely going to try and do it. I think it will make Stonelord even stronger than ever before. And you may be wondering, why would I want to sacrifice that health? Well, let's look at the idea of Stonelord as a whole. He's supposed to be the ultimate hybrid. Super powerful health, super powerful damage. But you can never ignore one side or the other. You have to try and balance both in harmony. Taking note of the plateaus in effect, and trying your best to work around them. I guess I was a little bit blind on the health side. So now I'm righting my wrongs. And that's an important part of learning as a whole. You have to admit your mistakes and learn from them. If you don't, you're not going to improve at all.